Here,
Me, Ma Dixie, and Granny.
and welcome to Granny Women.
And then when he got paid, he'd take the money out there and give it to Mom and Daddy for what we bought. But we had macaroni, like Dixie said, we had macaroni about every day.
And we had
Now, what'd you have this morning?
We had cinnamon toast with brown sugar and cinnamon. And then I fixed her a piece of toast with apple butter on it.
Well, sounds good to me. I remember when we lived in that old house, me and Cindy sitting on the porch, and everybody that go by would say, "Come on into our house. Come on into our house." We was so proud. And that was the dumpiest little old thing there was, wasn't it?
Well, it was a big old house, but George and Vesta lived in it. They moved out. And we lived in it.
I mean, you kept it clean, but it was, we wanted visitors.
Because Jensen asked everybody that walked, and everybody walked back then. They didn't have cars. Very few cars in the community.
We had friends.
We loved to have friends over. We thought we was rich because we had a porch. And 2 lines on our clothesline instead of 1.
Hey, I just did what you did. Whatever you
I
did.
was a totally bad influence on my sister, I
Whatever
think.
you did and told me to do, that's what I did. Yep, I followed the leader.
Yeah. Well, we did think we was rich. We thought everybody was rich. There wasn't no rich and poor people when we was growing up. Everybody was the same.
Yeah.
And everybody was
That's
treated
true.
the same.
We did. Yeah, we wasn't.
There wasn't no peer pressure and all this kinds of crazy stuff that they are now.
No, and when really up until Anna went to fill out her FAFSA for college, she didn't know that we were poor. When she went to fill out her thing, and she said, "Mom, I need your W-2," which I give it to her. She said, "Mama, do you know that we're living in poverty?" Yes, Anna, honey, we've been living this way since you were born.
I've been in poverty all my life then, I reckon.
I mean,
The sad part is,
but we didn't live like she didn't know that we were not wealthy because she didn't really ask for a lot, but what she asked for, everybody in the family always went together to make sure she had what she needed. So, I mean, my Lord, you paid for her phone up until she's old enough to get her own phone.
well, I paid for her phone till she got out of college.
I couldn't afford to. But, I mean, that's just what family does, I guess, for each other. She had to have a phone. She was down there at college.
Yeah.
That's the reason you 4 kids always stuck together.
Yeah.
It's never had problems.
I mean, every now and then we might have got mad at each other over something stupid, but we was over it before we went to bed at night. We never let the sun go down thinking one was mad at the other.
That's the way we was too. It would kill me if one of them would get mad at me.
And I mean, sometimes I really could have chopped my husband's heads off, but I never went to bed mad. I never went to bed without telling him I loved him before I went to bed, even though I was just mad at him. Because I had to explain emotions to Anna one time. Because she, how you're teenagers, that word comes out. You made me do this. I hate you. And you do not hate. You can have two emotions at one time. You know you love me, but you can say, Mom, I love you, but right now, you have really made me mad.
Well, I always tell Ed if I get aggravated with him, I love you, but at this point in time, I do not like you. So you might need to go to another room.
And that's where a lot of people fail nowadays. That word comes out, and it's not, it's took literally instead of, okay, we need a timeout, assess yourself. And she didn't know what hate means. She still don't know what hate means. Anna doesn't have a hating body in her. She loves too much. She loves the world. She loves people.
She loves school.
Yep, she loves school. So all we've ever taught is love. Love and Jesus. If you got love and you got Jesus, you don't need nothing else.
That's it. That's all we've ever been taught. Now living it is a whole new story, but now we try. We mess up. I mess up. I ain't gonna say we. I'm gonna say I mess up a lot. But deep down in your soul, you know.
We all mess up. We are not perfect. That's why there's not a perfect day. There's not a perfect anything. Because we are not perfect. The best we can do is not ever going to be our best.
No, you can get you the prettiest apple in a vase, and I guarantee you it might have a worm in it.
In the center, and you'd never know it.
You never know it. So that's where we're at. Anyway, you guys have a good day.
Alright, today I want to show you how to make homemade cranberry juice. Aunt Linda makes homemade grape juice and it is amazing, but we are going to use cranberries. First thing you're going to do, I already did that part, wash your cranberries. Then you're going to get your jars. I reuse jars, so it might be better if you have wide mouth jars. I didn't have any, so this is what we're using. And then for each jar, you're going to put about 1 3/4 cup cranberries in. I'm only going to make 4 jars. You can make however many works for you. Okay. Now on the stove you need to have some boiling water. I've got that going. While that boils, we'll keep going with this. You're going to want to put about 1/3 cup of sugar into each jar. And then we're going to get the water ready to pour in next. So I've got my first 3 jars already filled with water. I'm going to fill the last one. And want to fill it to about that first ring. Put their lids on. I'm going to move the camera over here because we are going to get ready to give them a hot water bath. Put your jars in. And then you're just going to fill this to the top of the jars with water. Turn that on. Bring it to a rolling boil. Once that starts boiling, you are going to let it boil for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, I gave them a hot water bath for 25 minutes. Just pulled them out and you can see the colors starting to blend. You're gonna wanna put these in a cool place, a cool dark place, and it's gonna take about 4 weeks for your cranberry juice to be ready to go. So I had a lot of extra cranberries from my cranberry juice. So for my 40th birthday, I bought myself a food dehydrator. I dried the cranberries out on a paper towel and I'm gonna turn it on. It says it takes about 8 to 12 hours. So we'll come back and see if it works. So it's been about 15 hours and it looks like they're just about ready to go.
Mimo Dixie here. Thanks for watching us on Granny Women.